So just quickly before the actual gameplay begins, I just thought I'd show you the most important thing first of all, and that's the point system. Feel free to pause the video here, but they're what you need to get the most points from this game that a lot of people don't know about. Like, you get points for shots on target, corners, etc. Play to 5 goals. Any goals over 5 really don't matter. So yeah, just pause that for a second, and it shows you how many points you get and how many you could get a maximum of. Like, maximum of 10 corners, I'm pretty sure. 10 shots on target can get you like 100 points extra or so. So it's worth pausing the video on. Now, you'll see that at the start of this video, it's not the best of teams. Honestly, it was the first team that I played. I beat them 5-0, and I just left it at that because I'm not actually playing squad battles this week at all. So I just left it at that. But you'll see at the start of the game that I switch into the ultra defensive, which in the tactics part of the video is my squad battles tactics. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you finally a game. I do cruise to this game. I only show the first half and then a couple of clips in the second half. If you watch my channel before, you realise that I don't really like to upload full games, just because people realistically aren't going to sit there and watch a 90-minute match. Whereas a 45-minute game or so, I think I'm 5-0 up before like 40 minutes odd. People are more likely to sit there and watch only a half of football because it's really not long, and you should be able to get a lot of tips from that. Also, I only done it against a low-rated team because if you're not beating the low-rated teams 5-0, then you shouldn't be beating the high-rated teams anyway. I'll happily in the next week or so bring out another video showing like a high team on Legendary, and then a game against Ultimate as well. But at the minute, I thought I'd start it with quite a low-rated team, just so people can get the feel of that. Because as I said, if you're not beating the low-rated teams yet, then you shouldn't be playing the high-rated teams at the minute anyway. So I do have a few questions to answer from people regarding squad battles, if I can find them. Just give me 1 second, I am not prepared for this very much. So the first question, how do you not go insane playing the AI for hours on end? Straight answer is just, I upload it for YouTube, so it's as simple as that. Like, easy as you like, it's fine. If it wasn't for YouTube, would I upload it? Would I play squad battles? Absolutely not. But I do it so you guys can watch videos at the end of the day, and so I have something to release. Another question, does Legendary AI have tendencies that people are able to jump on to win? They do, yes. Like, LB fake shots work really well. If you're running towards a defender with an LB fake shot, they step forward and move to a side. Also, they don't run back a lot. Like, they tend to park the bus, but if they're sat back, they're hard to break down. If they're actually quite high up the field, through balls work perfectly. Also, if you're running down the line, if you fake shot stop, the defender usually carries on running, and then you can run inside. That is one of the main reasons why I haven't done a tutorial for squad battles lately though, because honestly, there's not much you can do. Like, squad battles, there used to be things like LB fake shot still works a little bit, but not as well. But stop and turn, step overs and stuff, the finesse shot edge of the box, none of them really work anywhere near as well. So there's not a lot to do a tutorial on now. Like, there used to be, if you wasn't a very good player, you could abuse the mechanics and you could still win. It's not really like that now. Like, you've got to have a good knowledge of FIFA to be able to beat squad battles now, which is just why I haven't done a tutorial, because there's not a lot of stuff to actually go by. But yeah, I'm trying to upload some live games so you guys can watch how I defend. Like, I defend, try and win the ball back straight away. That's why I play pressure on heavy touch, high pressure, and try and win the ball back straight away. You'll see from the defending in the clips here. And then the goals, honestly, I just try and play it through now. Like, the defence, you can't take long shots anymore, so you have to try and play through balls. Also, corners are a really good way to score. If you've got tall players in your team, corners against Legendary are really easy to score. Just whack it near post, your defender on header it in, can be as simple as that. Ultimate doesn't work. Ultimate very rarely lose a header, but on Legendary, corners are really good. Same as crosses actually, crosses are pretty good as well. Another question was, should you move the keeper? Never on shots. The only time I ever move the keeper against squad battles is on corners. If they've got a corner, move your keeper out to the guy near post. They usually cross it to him, and your keeper should catch it. 9 times out of 10, he'll punch it. 1 times out of 10 he'll miss the ball completely. It's very rare that he actually captures it or keeps it out, but yeah, I do move him out to the front stick on corners. But on shots, absolutely not. If you even go anywhere near that right stick and try and move your keeper, they just whack it straight in the top corner. Like, no matter how far you move him, you can move him perfectly and they're still scoring. Like, you cannot move your keeper against squad battles, unfortunately. Next question. Does it improve your game style in online? And honestly, no. Like, squad battles previous years, this helped me. FIFA 18, it actually helped me defend quite a bit. A lot of people use legacy defending on FIFA 18. I actually didn't. But yeah, a lot of people did. But I personally do not think now it helps your online play one bit. Because previously you used to take long shots on squad battles before the patch, which meant that you could practice your long shots online. Nowadays it doesn't work like that because long shots don't work. So squad battles doesn't help. Squad battles is really slow and methodical and slow build up. Like, you take your time over shots and stuff because you create space. Online is completely different. Online are more quick passes. Like, you've got to think quickly online. Squad battles you don't. Squad battles you're better to take your time and make sure that everything's perfect. So look, inside the box there, I've got time. I just cut inside, I walk across, I then curve it in the corner. Online, the defender's going to rush you, he's going to tackle you, and he's going to get the ball back pretty quickly. So for me, squad battle doesn't help online. The only thing it can help for, in my opinion, is timed finishing, practicing. Because for me, the best shot type now is a low-driven green. Low-drivens, if you don't green them, aren't very good, and if you yellow them, they're horrendous. But if you can hit a green low-driven, for me right now, they're the best shot in the game. So you can happily go on squad battles and practice that. That might help. Also the same with defending. Defending on squad battles doesn't help because, as I've said before, I just run players out. Against squad battles, especially legendary, it's very rare that they cut you open and like tear you apart. Of course they have like one spell a game or so where they put 3, 4, 1, 2s together and then have a shot. But 90% of the game, you can just sprint after them and you can win the ball back. So defending on squad battles is a lot easier than online because obviously if you run players out online, they're just going to pick passes through you, send through balls over the top and stuff and score that way. It's very rare that squad battles ping through balls over the top. So that's a lot easier to defend on squad battles. But yeah, people always ask how I defend. And you'll see in the game, I just run out. Like, I'm controlling the centre back there and just sprint them out. They play an awful through ball there. Like, if it's last defender, just run him back. 9 times out of 10, they do play a through ball. And you can get the ball back that way. A lot of people have been saying for me to complete that new Cannavaro Sbc. Now, don't get me wrong. He's a good Sbc. And I did want to get rid of Sol Campbell. But personally, he's not good enough for me. Like, Cannavaro is good, but he's 5'9". I know he's got like 98 jumping or something, is it? But if you've got a CR7 coming up against the Cannavaro, I'm sorry, but you're not going to win that header no matter what Cannavaro is. And if you're playing online now, champs and div rivals and that, pretty much everybody's got a good team. It's either CR7 or it's Ibra. Either way, they've got a tall striker. So for me, Cannavaro isn't worth it because crossing's OP now as well. Long balls, corners. You can't be having a 5'9" centre back with people like Ibra and CR7 coming up against them the whole time. For me, it just doesn't work. Let me look through and see some other comments. Them comments I thought would take a lot longer than they did. So yeah, just sort of scrolling through now while you watch the games. Oh, someone says, so do you have to win all 44 games you played 5-0 or over? This was when I only played 44 out of the 45 games. And the answer is no. You don't have to win every single game 5-0. You don't even have to win every single game. Like, realistically, if you can win every game on Legendary 5-1, you'll easily get top 100. It's as simple as that. 4-0 is also just as good as 5-1, but 4-1's not great. But yeah, if you're winning 5-1 every game, You can even afford 1 or 2 losses here and there. This is on Xbox, by the way. PS is probably higher because there's a lot more people that play it. Same with PC, I heard that that's really high as well. But yeah, you can definitely afford to win 5-1 and even have a couple of losses in there as well. Obviously 5-0 is where you want to go, but yeah, it's not completely necessary. You'll see that I'm 7-0 up here as well. Like, honestly, at this stage, I don't actually go for goals. Like, them last 2 shots I might have, but 9 times out of 10, as soon as I get the 5 goals, I just go for shots on target and corners. You'll see the half-time stats here. I don't have many corners, so I'll spend most of the second half just trying to get corners. I've already got the shots on target. As you would have seen by the start of the video, 10 shots on target is all you need. So here's just a couple of clips of what I'll do in the second half. I'll just start shooting near post. The keeper 9 times out of 10 palms it wide. And then from the corner, this is what I try and do. I pass it short and then go onto the right on Hazard's foot and shoot near post. Obviously, like that, it doesn't always work, but that's the best way to try and get the corners for me. So yeah, it finished 7-0. You see, I didn't score again in the second half. Didn't need to. And yeah, I've got the corners, the shots on target, tackles as well. I did get a yellow card, which would have lost me like 5 points, I think it is. I don't know them all perfectly off by heart, but I'm pretty sure you lose some points like that. Possession as well gets you more points. And that win there gets me 2,700 points, which isn't actually a lot for a 5-0 on Legendary. But yeah, that's going to be the video, guys. Hopefully it helped. Really appreciate you all being here and choosing to click on the video. If you could, of course, leave a like, comment down below and subscribe if you're not already, then that would be really appreciated. That's going to be the end of the video from me, guys. Thank you for watching.